Welcome to the Rewards Master Live Extra. These are the lives I often do on Friday nights where I just go over some of our recent comments and we have questions and answers and all things pertaining to points and miles. Let me see, we have anybody in here yet? Looks like we have a couple. Let's see. Good friend Juan Garcia says, good evening, Bop. Good evening to you, Juan. Good to have you here. He's a channel member.
But you forgot.
And good to have you here. Let's see who else we have. Looks like only got 4 or 5 in here so far. Oh, always rely on Dim. Dim, good to have you here with us. Great to have you in the chat. Mike Newland, great friend of the channel and all YouTubers. Great YouTuber himself, so good to have him with us. Dim says good evening. Good evening to you. RC, my oldest channel member. Good to have you here, RC. Says hello, Bop. Hello back to you. Tulare73, often here, channel member, says hello, Bop, and everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. Yeah, I'm doing very well. So hope everybody else is as well. All right, looks like we just have a few in here. Well, tonight, a couple things are going to take place. We're going to go through, of course, I've got about 15 or so different comments that I've chosen over the last week or so from different videos. Some of them are kind of, I guess, a little bit, I don't know, they're going to address some things that are a little bit spicy or controversial and maybe challenging me on a few things, which, I mean, I think that's a good thing. We all need to be challenged. We all need to, be able to check ourselves when we, nobody's perfect. So I think that's good. And I appreciate that always when people challenge me in the comments. So we're going to talk about some of those. Nuracan says, good afternoon, all. Good to have you here, Nuracan. Good to have you with us. The other thing we're going to do, of course, is we're going to answer any questions anybody has in the chat. And I'm also going to reveal and kind of talk about a tier of membership that I have on the channel that I hope everybody will be excited about. I'm excited about it because it's going to give a different level of access. So I think it'll be great. All right, let's see. We got a few more who are coming in here. Chad's Money Minutes. Now, if you haven't seen Chad's channel, he's got a fantastic channel. He's a great supporter of other YouTubers, and I always appreciate it. And Chad, it's really great to have you here. I feel like he and his wife are very similar to Nona and I in the type of travels that they do and the places they go and just how he approaches the credit card game. So appreciate you, Chad. Good to have you here. ATR50 says, good evening, Bop. Enjoy your members only videos. Well, I'm glad. I mean, I'm trying to give good content. People pay for that. So I want to give good content. I want to give you your money's worth. So I appreciate that, ATR, and thank you for being a channel member. All right, looks like we got about 20 who are in here already. If you haven't said hello, go ahead and put that in the comments section, and we'll dive right in to some of our slides. Before we do, though, looks like Chad says, great to be here. Just checking in at the Park Hyatt DC. Well, that sounds pretty awesome. I haven't ever stayed at a Park Hyatt. We kind of have focused primarily on Hilton properties, Conrad's, Waldorf Astorias, because we have the Aspire card. And just got the Ritz card, so we'll probably shift into some Ritz-Carltons or St. Regis's, some of those that are associated with Marriott. But I certainly want to stay at a Park Hyatt. I hear they're really, really nice. Tampa Travel says, evening, Bop. Thank you for being a channel member, Tampa Travel, and thank you for being here tonight. Username XB, channel member again, says hello. Good to have you here. And Nuracan, waiting for tomorrow to activate that 1X accelerator on Palladium. 3X, I have some spending to do, LOL. Yeah, I have some spending to do also. And I'm probably going to, the $200 I guess that $200 drops tomorrow. I guess it does, as far as the Bilt cash. And so I'm planning on using that as an accelerator myself to get 3X on my first 5,000 and spend. So that's my plan, because I should earn enough in the first month, because I've waited on a few things I needed to purchase because I know that tomorrow's happening. So I've waited on a few things. I should earn enough Bilt points to be able to activate my mortgage for next month. So hopefully I'll be able to get the 3X plus activating my mortgage. Hopefully that's how it's all going to work. We're going to see, though. K-State, Nate. Hey, Nate, good to have you here. Says hello. Good to have you in the live. Good to have you in the live. Okay, going over, looks like we have 29 in here already. That's really, really good. All right, going over some of the recent comments on some of my videos. I did a video called The Top Luxury Hotel Card where I talked about the fact that I just upgraded my Marriott Bonvoy Boundless card to the Ritz-Carlton card. So, you know, the Ritz-Carlton card has a $450 annual fee. It gives a $300 travel credit that supposedly, most of the data points I hear, it's really easy to get your money back on that. You just basically call them or text them, you know, through that app or whatever, and you tell them, hey, give me back my money on this, and they'll do it from what all the data points say. So that's really easy. And then you get a 85K night certificate. So that is, to me, it seemed pretty valuable. Doesn't give great status. I think the status is just gold status, which with Marriott is not very good. And I was really got it because I was waiting to product change to it, because I was trying to get the Marriott Bonvoy Brilliant card, and I've applied for it twice and been denied both times because of pop-up jail. So I just finally decided, well, I'll just pull the trigger anyway. So that's what I've gotten. Well, Travis Travels, who has a great channel, if you haven't seen that already, he kind of laid off for a while, but now he's back making a lot of great videos. And he said, I'm surprised you went for this card. It's interesting. I'm not sure it's for me, but it seems like it would be a good card for a lot of people, especially families. So the reason he's saying this, and the next comment that I have to address will kind of bring this out even more, is the next comment's going to call me out, because about, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, something like that, I did a video where I kind of took to task people who were saying that the Ritz-Carlton is the best lounge card in the game. And they did that kind of as an immediate response to some of the changes that were coming to the Venture X card. And the truth is that I still hold all the same opinions I did in that video. I do not think that the Ritz card is just like the end all awesome card for lounge access. And the reason I don't think that is because it just gives priority pass. I mean, it gives a really good priority pass. They nerfed it a little bit. You used to have unlimited guests every time you went into a priority pass. Now it's limited to, I think, 2 for you and then 2 for the authorized users and all that. Still has free authorized users. They still get their own priority pass, all of that. And I'm not excited about that as the greatest lounge card ever, because it just gives priority pass. Now, the difference though is that between then and now, Chase has expanded their network of Sapphire lounges. And Sapphire lounges are very good dedicated lounges. I've been in only the one in JFK, but it was very, very good. They're starting to expand more and more and more and more. I think they have one coming in Dallas soon, so that gives them like 7 or 8. And those lounges are very good. So this card now is a somewhat better lounge card. And it gives you access to the Sapphire lounges with 2 guests, and it gives you access to Priority Pass. But that's not really the reason that I got it. I got it because, frankly, Nona, you know, we're doing her channel Away Again Travels, and we're talking about places we go and stays. I'm focusing on more of the airline reviews as far as premium economy or business class reviews and lounge reviews. She's focusing more on like cities, food tours, and hotel stays. So she really likes to stay in these high-end resorts, high-end properties. And this is going to give us an 85K certificate to stay at a Ritz-Carlton or a St. Regis or one of those. So that's really my reason for doing it, because really it has a net annual fee of $150 and you get that 85K free night cert. So that was my reason behind it. It's not because I now think I've changed my mind completely that it's the greatest lounge card ever. I still stand behind what I said there in that video, but I wanted to explain some of the reasons why I chose to get the card. And that brings us to that video that was critical, and I thought it was fair. It was from Peter Forrester. Peter gave this critique. He said, I like your videos, but I'm not sure which ones to believe. About 6 months ago, you berated the card as the most overrated lounge card, stating all kinds of reasons why it's not so great. Now you're saying it's the best card ever. Which is it? And why not explain why you changed your mind? Well, I think that is a very fair criticism, and also kind of overinflated. And what I mean by that is that I don't say in the video that it's the greatest card ever. I don't think that. I mean, I have 5 cards I think are better than this card. I mean, including my new Palladium card that, we're all going to get started on tomorrow, including my City Prestige card, including my City Elite card. I mean, I would even say that a better card than this one is my Hillspire card from Hilton, and also my cards with American Airlines. I mean, I love my American Airlines executive card. So no, it's not the greatest card ever. That wasn't my point. I mean, the title does say the top luxury card, and I put a question mark there because in the video I talk about pros and cons. But my real reason for getting this card is because we want to expand into those high-end stays with the Marriott properties, Ritz-Carlton, St. Regis, and all of that. So I thought that I think it's good. And I told Peter in my response, I think it's good that he calls YouTubers out on stuff because we never should be inconsistent. We always should answer. And everybody has a right to change their mind, but we should be able to give the reasons why we change our mind. So that's kind of what I'm doing right here. Okay, let me go back to see how many we have. Looks like we have 33 who are here. Let's see. Going back to some comments. K-State says hello. I think we already mentioned that one. Phil, good to have you. Phil, channel member, says happy Friday, everyone. Good to have you here, Phil. Thank you for being a channel member. And Dr. Godo, I guess that's how we say it. I'm not too good with Cajun, forgive me, but says is a channel member and great guy. Says just drop it in to say hello, Bop, to everyone. We'll have to watch the recording. Everyone have a great weekend. All right. Well, get done what you need to get done and watch it later. We understand that for sure. Larry73 says, I visited the Sapphire Lounge in Phoenix this past November. It's a nice lounge, but it's small. I was allowed to visit with my Venture X Priority Pass. Yeah. So those lounges give you 1 access per year from your Priority Pass. Or if you have the Chase Sapphire Reserve, or if you have the Ritz-Carlton card, you get unlimited accesses. So, and you get 2 guests with those as well. So that's kind of, everybody can go. I think that was a smart deal on their part because they get paid a little bit of something from Priority Pass, and they also get people to sample their lounges, which I think was a smart way to go. I think, in fact, other lounges would be smart to do that. So I've done that when we went to the one in JFK, it was the same thing. We just used our Priority Pass to get in. Stinky Monkey Baby, a good channel member and one of the best names on YouTube. I always say that. Says, happy Friday, everyone. You're right, Bop. It's okay to change your mind and be flexible. The game is always changing anyways. Yep. Always changing. Dim says, anyone can change your mind. That's your prerogative. I was anti-Bilt before learning about the Palladium. Strategies can change. I know mine did for 2026. Yeah. I mean, the Bilt thing is just so interesting because I watched a couple videos today, one live stream also, and some people are still hyper negative and some people are still super, super positive. And what I find interesting is that a lot of it is built upon emotion. And for me, I honestly, I know, excuse me, I know that y'all know that I'm a heavy City person, but I would change just like that if the math didn't work anymore. I mean, to me, I'm not loyal to any program, any points ecosystem just because I like it. I'm not loyal to an airline because I like it. I love Delta. It is the best domestic airline for product and experience, but I don't use them very much at all. And I don't want their cards because, I mean, in the words of Sledge, their points are trash, trash, trash. I mean, they're just not good. And so I'm not going to be loyal to something that's not going to give me great value. But yet there is a lot of that in the credit card game. There's a lot of that when it comes to these ecosystems. And there's just been so much emotion. And I think it's been fueled primarily because people just simply are so mad at them for changing what they had for so long in Bilt 1.0. And now Bilt 2.0, it requires spend. So they're not just giving away free points anymore. Let's see, we got 36 in here. That's pretty awesome. Charvicio, good to have you back. Says, herd mentality. People are too emotional over cards. Hating on Bilt for clicks, posting 10 videos hating. Yeah. I mean, I know it's kind of following the trend. And for me, from the very beginning, I mean, I did one video where I did not like the Bilt Cash rollout where they said you could do all these things, but I rethought it and I kind of corrected it in future videos. And so, I mean, that's all right. I mean, we've got a lot of different YouTubers and a lot of people, and I would like to think, I'd like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I would like to think people are very honest in their opinions. So, all right, we got 39 in here so far. So let me move on a little bit. I do want to say real quickly that today I rolled out, and if you're a channel member, you would have access to a post where I kind of laid this out. But I have a new channel membership that started today. And what it is that it's above, RM Insiders is my basic channel membership. It's $2.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. And with that, I give you special release videos. I give you members only videos that was already discussed here in the chat earlier. And also I have a Discord channel for all channel members where we can kind of converse and so forth and so on. So all of that's included with the RM Insiders for $2.99 a month. But I have kind of a premium tier that I just launched earlier today that's called Spreadsheet Warriors. And what that is, my channel focuses heavy on people that have high spend, people who have lots of cards and are managing lots of high annual fees. So I thought, well, it might be nice to have a tier that's just for them. And what that includes, now it is $19.99 a month. You can cancel anytime, just like the lower tier. It gets everything from the lower tier, but it also provides at least once a month, and I'm going to try to do them more than once a month, but at least once a month, I'm going to do a live Zoom session with all of my Spreadsheet Warrior members. And so we'll be able to discuss directly live with one another about strategy, about cards, about points and miles, about redemptions, just about anything we want to talk about. Those are going to be recorded and available only to Spreadsheet Warriors on my page. And then also, Nona and I, as you know, through the years, we do a lot of travel. We do several crazy trips around the U.S., places like we're going to Vegas very soon. We go to Orlando, we go to New York, we go to Chicago, all sorts of places. And when we go to those places, I'm going to make available a time when, if anybody else wants to come, we can get together for kind of a mini meet and greet, maybe at a restaurant or in a lobby or something like that, spend a little time together. So I'm going to make that available to the Spreadsheet Warriors as well. So you can check that out on my channel in my channel membership section, but I'm excited to roll that out. All right, let's see. This next one is about my video that was about Bilt, my wallet with the Bilt Palladium. So this is where I was talking about how I'm changing my wallet because of the Bilt Palladium coming out. And so Bilt changed my wallet, what's in my wallet, credit card setup for Q1. And Daniel Church said, will you ever be able to get the Prestige card again? Maybe even a product change. Citi should make it so that you can product change to the Prestige after owning the Strata Elite for a year. They'd get my business. Well, to Daniel and anybody else who's asked that, now I know some of us in here have it. I think Dem has it. I have it. Several others who are part of the channel, I know Point CEO has it. Several of us still have the grandfathered Citi Prestige card. And I understand Daniel's desire to have it because it is smoking awesome. I mean, it's 5X on dining all the time. It's 5X on airfare all the time. It's 3X on cruises. I think it's 3X on hotels. And it also gives 2 fourth night free benefits. And it doesn't matter if you book a $100 a night hotel or $1,000 a night hotel. And it gives a $250 travel credit. And it gives a priority pass that includes restaurants and guests. It is smoking good. And it's $495 a year. Now, let me say, the thing is that what I find hilarious, and tell me if you guys notice this in the community, when the Citi Prestige was available, I was tempted not to get it because I wasn't doing YouTube at the time, but I was watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I was tempted not to get it because nobody thought it was good. Nobody. That's what's amazing. I mean, people were saying, well, the Citi Prestige, it doesn't have good travel protections, and it doesn't. I don't care about that, but it doesn't have good travel protections. But everybody was saying that it wasn't good, and then it went away. And now everybody thinks, oh man, it is the greatest card ever. I find that so intriguing. And I think we should pay attention to that today with this stuff with Bilt, with this stuff with some of the other cards that maybe the Strata Elite was another example. The Strata Elite, when it first came out, it seemed like every YouTuber was talking bad about it. And I was like, this is awesome. I thought that what they were going to put out would, first of all, at first, I thought they were going to make me switch to the Strata Elite from my Prestige without any choice. And I was terrified they were going to put out something bad. And then I saw the Strata Elite with the 6X on city nights, with the 1.5X on everything, with that hotel credit that's pretty good, with that splurge credit. And I even like the Black Lane credits. And it was like, this card's really good, but yet everybody was talking about how bad it is, how bad it is. Why is that? I find that so intriguing. I find it so intriguing. So to answer Daniel's question, I don't think anybody will ever be able to get the Prestige card again. That's why I'm hanging on to it with everything I got for as long as I can. But if someday they product change me automatically to a Strata Elite, I won't love it, but I like the Strata Elite. So, I'll just cancel Nona's and we'll keep that one. So that would, not be ideal, but it's not a bad card at all. It's not a bad card at all. All right, let's go back and see. We got 41 in here. That's really good. Stinky Monkey Baby says, Bob talks and walks the walk. Well, I try to. Thank you for that, though. Appreciate it. Maldando Jocks is always here. It's a channel member. Thank you, Maldando. Says, I want to maximize rewards. That's why I accepted Palladium offer, even though I don't like the idea of keeping track of so many credits. May just use the basic hotel and travel perks. Yeah, I've thought about that too. What I'm planning, I'm going to put a lot of spend on the card, so I'm not terribly worried about it. But I'm going to use it for my mortgage, and then any Bilt cash that's over that amount, I'm just going to do a hotel stay every now and again, or maybe a Lyft ride or something like that. So that's kind of going to be my approach on it. Dim, who also has the Prestige, says, I picked up the Prestige before it even rolled out to the public, since I was part of their internal focus group that helped with the rollout at City. Such a sleeper. Everybody wants it now due to AA. Yeah, and I remember you saying you'd worked for City before, Dim. And isn't it funny, though? Do you remember what I'm talking about when everybody was negative on it because it didn't have protections? Now, you might have got it way back when it gave the free golf benefits and crazy stuff, and unlimited fourth night free before. But even with the current state of the card, what it currently gives, remember, everybody was saying, oh, it's terrible. It doesn't give travel protections. And now, I think those same people would really, really want it. All right, we got 38 watching. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, I'm getting closer to 3,000 subscribers. Very, very excited about that kind of milestone. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do that. Any super chats, super stickers, that all helps the algorithm as well and is deeply, deeply appreciated. I also want to, before I get to the next slide, I also want to encourage you to go over to Nona's new channel, Away Again Travels. I think she has maybe 107 subscribers, which she's pretty excited about her 107 subscribers. And every time she gets one, she's just like super excited. So if any of you go and subscribe to her Away Again Travels, and I have a link down in the description below, watch one of her videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It just is a fun time around our house because Nona's excited to get her new subscribers. So if you do that for me, I'd appreciate it very, very much. All right. Next video and comment is from that same video on my Bilt wallet. Decayed Mushroom says, love this video. Think I'll pick up that backpack wallet for my status keepers. Thanks again. What he's talking about is I divide my spending or all my cards into really 4 buckets, 4 categories. The first is my wallet cards, and that are the ones that I carry. And as of today, my wallet cards pretty much only consist of several City cards, the Bilt card starting tomorrow, and 1 Chase card. And what that consists of is, first of all, the Bilt Palladium is going to get a vast majority of spend because it is an awesome 3x or more on everything. And if I use the points accumulator, it can be 4x with my mortgage. So that's going to be awesome. I use my City Prestige card and I use a couple custom caches because basically I'm getting 3+X on everything with Bilt, and then I'm getting 5X on several categories with the dining with the Prestige card and several with the custom caches. And then I keep the the Chase ink cash card, because like today I went by and I actually used one of the custom caches, but Kroger had a deal where you get no fee on a $150 gift card at Kroger, a Visa gift card. By the way, that's still running through the 10th. If you want to go by Kroger, use one of your custom caches or anything that gives you a really good multiplier at grocery stores, you can get a $150 Visa gift card for no fee. So think about that. So I keep it in my wallet for that reason, because oftentimes office supply stores, stuff like that turns out to be true. So the other categories that I have for my different cards is I have desk cards. Those are cards that pretty much I just leave in my desk to book certain things. Like maybe I have the Globe card. I don't really use the Globe card when I travel. So basically it's there to book the companion certificate, or to book, with the $100 credit you get back from your stays with American Airlines hotels, stuff like that. So then the third category is my category that has to do with the different things that we do when we travel, which is my backpack wallet. So that backpack wallet is what he's talking about. And I have a link in the description of all my videos, including this one, to my Amazon store where I show the wallet that I use. But the one that I use has like a slot for all of your different cards. It also has a place for your passport, and also a slot for an Apple ID or an Apple AirTag, so that you can always find your backpack and that wallet. So it's kind of cool. So the other category that I have on cards is I have junk drawer cards, and those are basically cards you're just getting for the sign-up bonus. When you finish the bonus, they're staying in the junk drawer until you're going to cancel or downgrade them the next year. So I appreciated that comment. Also, going back to some of our comments, let's see how many we have in here. 42 are in here. That's pretty awesome. Okay. Let's go back to some of the comments. RC, $1.99 super sticker. Thank you, RC. Appreciate that so much. Thank you for being my first channel member also. Appreciate that very much. Dem says, was definitely a tough sell to the affluent client base at Citi, but it did fairly well. Despite the nerfs over the years, it's still one of my favorite cards. Yeah, I mean, it's great. It's great. Matt Clausen, who has one of the most informative YouTube channels on credit cards. Matt's here, says, howdy, howdy. Hey, Matt, good to have you here. Dem says, given Citi a break this year since I have a healthy balance, Atmos Summit, Palladium, and Rakuten cards will be my main wallet cards for 2026. I'll hit platinum status on Bilt and Atmos Gold 1. Yeah, I'm planning to hit the platinum. I think with what I'm going to spend, I'll hit the platinum as well. That's a good setup. Dem says, World Sapphire. New Again. Hey, good to have you back. New Again says, hello all. Good to have you here. New Again has some of the best comments on some of my videos. I always appreciate them. A YouTube Experiment says, to Dem, will Citi ever make a card similar to Prestige again? I doubt it. Well, Dem can answer, but I doubt it too. I mean, it's a really, really good card. Romine is here, says, hey everyone, good to have you back, Romine. Dem says, doubtful. And Tampa Travel, RM, will you be initiating the 1X point accelerator straight away tomorrow? That is my plan. I mean, I get the 200 Bilt cash, so I think that that's probably the best usage, because it's gives you extra 1X on 5,000 spend. I'm planning on hitting my amount to get the sign-up bonus real quick, probably within a month, so, or maybe less. So yeah, I mean, I'll take the extra. I mean, 3X on all that, plus, I'll build up enough Bilt cash to be able to get my mortgage the next month. I think it'll be pretty awesome. Romine says, I think about 85K free night certificate on Ritz-Carlton card, and you get it after 1 year holding the card, so second annual fee. Actually, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but the way I understand it is, since I product changed from the Boundless before my year rolls over, in other words, the new annual fee hits, I think I'll get it immediately after my annual fee hits. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's how it works. Since you've got a product change that card, you can't just apply to it directly. Matt Clausen, shouldn't if you go the points guy offer. Shavicio, new again says, I don't know, brother. I don't think it's herd mentality. Seems most people just don't like Bilt 2.2. Hardcore gamers and YouTube creators seem to like it though. Yeah, I think it's high spenders. If you're a high spender, and I'm pretty high spender, man, the math just maths. It just works. But if you're not a high spender, for people who were used to getting just the points on their rent, and they bought the 4, bananas or whatever it was, I think it's really a disappointment, and I think that's what it comes down to. But for high spenders, I think it's. I mean, I've heard several videos you people say, well, this is the best for this, and this is best for this. You get 3x on this, 3x on this, and 3x on this. And I'm thinking, well, why do I not just use the Palladium card? I'm getting 3x on everything. And they're Bilt points, which are better than everybody else's points. So yeah, I'm not just saying it because I drink the Kool-Aid, so to speak. I really think the math works out. I think it really does. Okay, Matt Clausen got the okay. Eat, Sleep, and Points. Good to have you here, Eat, Sleep, Points. Bangers on bangers with Bilt. Okay, Source King, I was able to borrow a buddy's email, so I got on the Hyatt Corporate Challenge. Hyatt Globalist, here I come. Oh, that'll be sweet. I'd love to have that, Source King. Thank you for being a channel member, by the way. YouTube Experiment, does the extra 1x on up to 5K spend have to be done in 1 month? No, I don't think so. I think it's until you hit the 5K spend. At least that's the way I read it. Hybrid Vortex, good to have you, Vortex. Hello, Reservoirs Master. Did you get the email for the 5x up to 10,000 spend up to the 12th? I don't think so. I'm going to look again when we're done here, but I don't think I did. That's a sweet deal, though. That's a sweet deal. Isaac says, is the sub for 100K for 6K spend for Elite still worth it? I mean, I think the Elite card's awesome. I mean, and 100K City points are super valuable because of AA and also because of preferred hotels and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think we've loved our Elite card. So Eat, Sleep, Points, bananas, LOL. Yeah, no kidding. That's the joke, isn't it? Matt Clausen, YouTube Experiment. I don't think it's 1 month, but it's until you get 5K. But with everything built, but Bilt stands. Yeah, I mean, who knows? It's Bilt. But as of right now, I think it's till you hit the 5K. Joe NY Law, good to have you here, Joe, channel member. Hi, joining late. Just wanted to say hi. Good to have you here, Joe. Shavicio, you can literally find YouTube creators bashing Bilt forever. 5+ videos. It's so much less that actually say they like Bilt. I know. I mean, I don't have an opinion on Bilt. I just know the math on that card is just awesome. And that's what I want to get my points. That's what it comes down to. I want to get my points. It's not like it's a girlfriend that broke up with me and it's emotionally scarred me, right? I mean, I just want to get my points. So Tampa Travel, did you get any additional Bilt offers? I did not. WW Phil, hey Phil, good to have you here, channel member. For Bilt Cash, do we need to buy the mortgage points monthly or can you wait till the end of the year and buy all at once? I think it's monthly. That's the best answer I have. I mean, it's my guess, but I think it's monthly. I mean, we won't know much until tomorrow, so we'll know then. Tampa Travel, did you get any last minute Bilt offers? Nope, did not. Earn an additional 3x on monthly wallet purchases through 210. No, I'm going to look in my emails after we're done here. I hope I did, but I don't think I did. Dim, accelerator expires 12/31. Use it wisely. Okay. So that's kind of answers that question. And Bilt overall, that's from Eat, Sleep, Points. Yeah. I mean, and it's not because I'm like, oh, team Bilt. I'm not team anything. I'm team me, right? That's what I think people in the points game should be. Team me. In other words, what's going to give me the most points? And that's the thing is that I think that's where Bilt's kind of at. And Dim says, yo. Okay, so this is on my video that's called Team Airline versus Team Hotel, which travel reward strategy wins. And this is an old video that I've had out a long time. And Johnny Jones says Team Airline because hotel points are usually less than 1 cent per point and because economy seats suck. and on that first day, you're going to be tired and it's going to feel like a waste of the day, you can always buy hotel stays cheaper than first class flight. I agree with that. I think there are two schools of thought on this, but yeah, I mean, that's why I never get super excited about Hyatt, even though everybody's team Hyatt, everybody's team Hyatt. That's what kept Chase going forever. But 2 cents per point, that's kind of the max, right? I mean, you might get 2.2 or 2.4 sometimes, but I just booked a flight with Cathay Pacific I think we're going from Hong Kong to Seoul in the fall, because we're going on like a little tour of different Asian countries. And I got that for over 4 cents per point. And it was, it's on business class on Cathay Pacific. It's a great deal. Well, find me a situation where you're going to get 4 cents per point on a hotel point. So I would have to agree with Johnny. That's why I pretty much pay for my hotels. And I use my points and pay for my domestic travel unless I'm getting well over 2.5 cents per point. And then I use my points for international business and first. By the way, on my Sunday live, I'm going to talk about 2 redemptions I just did on this big trip in the fall. One of them, that one I killed it, but there was another one, man. Even when you do this all the time, you make mistakes. Thank goodness I bought it with United so I can cancel at any time, because I only got less than 1 cent per point on a business class redemption with United. And I didn't catch it till after, because I didn't even check the price. That's a mistake. Didn't even check the price beforehand in cash on Google Flights. But when I did later, I'm like, but thank goodness it's with United so it can be canceled. And turns out they have that price all the time. So, even like tomorrow. So we'll just wait till it's close in, and then I'll cancel the United flight. But I'll talk about it more on Sunday. All right, before we go to the next one, we got 47 in here. That's awesome. Let's see. Eat sleep points. You caught up. Hurry. All right, Matt Clausen. Have to go back and book more Rove loyalty stays tomorrow. Yep, they've got a big promotion out. Rove, I think you're getting 7 points per dollar if you book, and you also get to earn your credit card rewards on specific hotel cards, and also get to earn, if that's the way I understood it. I heard it on Frequent Milers today, so that's pretty good. Matt says Rove, of course. Benjamin, good to have you here, Benjamin, who's a channel member, says, I think the 3 points on everything, including mortgage, maybe only up to about 75% of your mortgage, right? After that, you're maxed out. Yes, unless you're using the points accelerator. And then it's more than that. So if you have enough spend that you're getting enough Bilt cash to buy that $200 points accelerator up to 5 times a year on 25,000 spend, you're getting 3x plus your mortgage. That's the way I understand it, at least. So Benjamin, I think that's kind of a qualifier on that. Isaac says, just got CCC, so how long should I wait to apply for Elite? Don't want to wait, as I'm seeing 100,000 point offer is ending soon. If you just got it, they say, 4 months, something like that is good with Citi. I don't know. And when I apply for Citi cards, I get them because I'm deep in their ecosystem. But yeah, they do say you got to garden. You got to wait a little bit sometimes. So I guess if you haven't applied for a lot of cards at all lately, then then you're probably okay. But it's just your miles may vary. You're just going to have to decide, because there's no guarantee either way. Source King, I get the Bilt hype. I would definitely take the make hay while the sun is shining approach. Unfortunately, Cardless wasn't a fan of my velocity, so I'll have to watch from the sidelines. Sorry about that, Source King. But yeah, that's the thing, is that everybody keeps saying, well, they're not going to last. So I don't care. I'm going to get my points while I can. I want them to last. I actually think, though, there's a better possibility they will than people think, because the way it's designed is pretty smart. A lot of spend. That's how American Express survives. And they have American Express has a lot of people who don't carry a balance. They're not Capital One, but they survive because they give away a ton of points, but they have high spend thresholds. Well, Bilt's doing something different. They want you to use it as your primary card. And if people do that, are they going to be all right? Well, I think it's definitely possible. All right, Phil says, I get the 4 cents per point at Hyatt Alila Ventura stays. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then let's see. I have many Rove. This is Matt. I have many Rove videos. And yeah, Loyalty eligible at 7X is amazing, and 5X on a ton of gift card options. Yep, pretty awesome. I haven't used Rove yet, but I'm looking into it because it's pretty neat. Eat Sleep Points, Amex is rolling in dough. Bilt is made with Mr. Beast and other grifters shilling for him. That's a funny take for sure. All right, we have 50 in here. That's awesome. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers in the next couple months, getting closer. That would help me out a lot. If you choose to do a super chat, super sticker, that helps the algorithm as well. And I appreciate it. I also want to take one more opportunity here to talk about my new channel membership. For a long time now, I've had the RM Insiders, $2.99 a month. You get early release videos. You get special dedicated videos. I try to do them at least once a week. You also get a Discord channel that's just for my channel members. But I just added kind of a premium tier today of $19.99, and it's called Spreadsheet Warriors. And what it provides is at least once a month, and I'm going to try to do more than that every month, but at least once a month, I'm going to have a special dedicated Zoom session with my Spreadsheet Warriors. And that's where you get direct access to me, and we can talk face to face and be able to discuss credit cards, points, miles, strategy, redemptions, all of that. Those will all be recorded, so Spreadsheet Warriors can go back later and watch those videos if they missed it or if they just want to go back and see it again. And then also, Nona and I travel pretty extensively, and when we go places around the United States, I'm going to make available where we're going to be, and we'll have like a little reception or something, maybe in a lobby or a restaurant or something for anybody who can make it there and would like to come just for our Spreadsheet Warriors. So consider that. If you look where you join my channel memberships, it's available there. So I'd love for just kind of make it known to people. All right. Let's see. We had Isaac says, thank you for the advice. Just found you out yesterday and like your content. All right. So somebody didn't know about the Rewards Master. Good to have you here, Isaac. What I'm doing right now, this is from Hybrid Vortex. What I'm doing right now is running Bilt and Upside together. Those restaurants do line up a lot. Yeah. I mean, the Upside app, if you haven't used that, I talk about it quite a bit on the channel, but it's pretty crazy. There was one time I was getting 85% back at Taco Bell. I mean, 85% back at Taco Bell. Now, that's not all the time. I had a lot of referrals and stuff, and it's the way they do a referral program, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. All right, next slide. It's from my last Rewards Master Live last Sunday, ranking Bilt Cash redemption options. And Miles and Stays says, so the United Mileage Plus X app restaurant gift cards always code as restaurant. So you get the multiplier on the app plus the amount of the card multiplier. So technically, I could just buy a Panda Express for 4X United Miles and 4X Gold MR points. No. But yes, and let me explain. Your first question was, do they always code as a restaurant? So on that one, the answer is yes. The second question was, I can use my 4X Gold card. No. And that's because unless they've changed something, I've been using Mileage Plus X for years. I've gotten thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of United Miles through that app. It's awesome. I mean, restaurants like Chipotle and Texas Roadhouse and all these chain restaurants are on there, and they give you United Miles on top of your credit card points. But it codes differently with different issuers. With Chase cards and with Citi cards, it always codes for me as a restaurant. But with Amex cards, it codes as a gift card. So that's important to know. So I never use an Amex card with my Mileage Plus X app. I use a Citi or a Chase card because I want it to code correctly. So in his situation there, no, you just get the 4X United Miles, and then you get 1X on your gold card. But if you used a card like, say, the Chase Sapphire Reserve card, in my experience, and they could change it in any kind, or they might have changed it already, you would get 3X dining. So then you would get 4 plus 3 Chase points. If you use a Citi card, if you used a 5X Citi Custom Cash, you'd get 4 plus 5 Citi points. So it depends on the issuer. That's the best answer I can give. I'll tell you, I had an awesome redemption last weekend. We were feeding a bunch of people from church, and it was like $250. And so I went to Charlie's, which is a local restaurant, and they're 5X on the United Mileage Plus X app. So I used my city actually elite card because it was Saturday night. So I got the 6X points for city nights. So I got 6X city points and 5X United points for the same purchase on $250. So it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool program. All right, we got 59 in here. That's awesome. Let's see. We just have a couple more comments. Eat, Sleep and Point says Taco Bell. Yeah, 85% back at Taco Bell. That was crazy. And then it says, got to learn to code. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. All right. So the next one that we have is on that same live about ranking my Bilt cash redemption options. Ripa says, math works for the point accelerator because the spending 5X creates $200 new Bilt cash. Next zero Bilt cash, if you're net zero Bilt cash, if you're going to spend 5X, breakage if you don't spend the full 5X. So what he's saying is that when you're doing the accelerator, every 5,000 you spend is giving you enough Bilt cash to do it again. So that's kind of the approach. So it becomes a 3X card, becomes a 3X card on everything. Oh, my friend Kiki, channel member. Great to have you here. She has a great channel. If you haven't seen it, puts out a live, I think, on Monday nights every week. So be looking at that. It says, howdy party people. Good to have you here, Key. Great to have you here. All right, we got 56 in here. Let me remind y'all again about Nona's channel, Away Again Travels. She's like at 107, I think, subscribers, and it just makes her day. And our life around here is just fun when she gets new subscribers. It's exciting to her. So if anybody hasn't checked out her Away Again Travels, there's a link in the description below this live stream. Go over there and just hit the like button and hit subscribe, and that'll make her day, and in turn it'll make my day. So that's pretty awesome. All right, so the next one's also on that live video about my Bilt, how the Bilt's changing my wallet. And looks like Jack says, my plan for Palladium this year with a free 200 Bilt cash points accelerator while hitting the sub. After 5K, I will have gotten 65K points, 15K in spend plus 50K sub, and 500 Bilt cash, 200 spend, 300 sub. Set aside 200 for Bilt cash. Use a combination with the 200 hotel credits, effectively two $300 hotel credits. Much more attractive, in my opinion. Might use it at a home away from home portal if hotels are reasonably priced. This is what I'm saying about gaming this Bilt stuff. It can be just awesome. It can be. Now, it takes a little more effort. I get it. And there's something to be said for simplicity. Some people just want simplicity. I get it. But all the negativity about Bilt, I think it would be more, I guess, palatable to me if people were like, well, it is awesome for people who want to work at it. And it's not that much work, but okay, for people who want to work at it. But rather than just the negative, this is terrible, because the math doesn't say it's terrible. The math says for high spenders, it's very good. So that's just, I thought that Jack had a good observation there. Servicio, Wells Fargo can use the new influx of the autograph cards to bring hype for their autograph beyond. Yeah. I mean, if they come out with that card this year like they're supposed to, that they're kind of high-end deluxe travel card, they're going to have a lot more customers to get it or to product change to it. So that, yeah, this could be a good thing for Wells Fargo. I think you're absolutely right. All right, we got 56 watching. That's good. If you hadn't hit the like or subscribe button, please do so. All right, this is on my a video I just put out, and these videos don't do very well. I mean, not a lot of people watch them, but I like to do reviews of different lounges and things we go to, and also airline products that we fly. And this one's on the One World Business Lounge in Incheon Airport in South Korea. I was just there for work. Turns out I'm probably going to be going back there frequently for work. So I'm excited because South Korea is one of my favorite places I've visited in the world. It's really neat. I liked it. And DC Consulting, who comments on a lot of my videos, DC said, thanks for the visuals and descriptions. We'll be in ICN in March and May flying Hawaiian. Yeah, I hope you really like that, because if you're looking for a place to go that's just a cool city, Go to Seoul, South Korea. It's a cool city. I really, really liked it. All right. Matt Clausen says, luckily, I never took aim at the math with the Bilt cards. The companies involved, though. Yeah, you're right, Matt. You didn't. I mean, you've acknowledged that, at least in everything I've seen that you've done on it, you've acknowledged that. I mean, it's good. It's good earnings. It's just the rollout and the companies involved and just the way they do business. And I thought you've had fair perspectives on it. I really have. All right. Luxury card tier list. This was on a tier list I did on Wednesday, where I ranked luxury cards. Some people really liked my list and a lot of people really didn't, and that's fine. And I said in the video that some of these cards I don't like, and I'm ranking pretty high, i.e. the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I am not a fan. I don't want the card. I don't ever want the card. But I mean, honestly, for the right person, it's still pretty decent. And then there are cards on there that I love. There's some of my favorite cards that I didn't rank in S tier, like the Hilton Aspire. And if you watch my channel, you know I love the Hilton Aspire. But I'm kind of thinking about it from the overall perspective. So I looked at things like points earnings, the value of points. I looked at the return for your annual fee, and then kind of the extra stuff that it gives you. And I kind of tried to do a dispassionate math equation on that. And that's kind of where I got my rankings in the tier list. So Family Travel John said, your face when you went from the Palladium to the JetBlue card made me laugh out loud. The disappointment. As Sledge would say, that card is trash, trash, trash. Yeah. So one of the last cards I dealt with, I think the last one was the Ritz card, but one of the last ones I went straight from Palladium, and the next one on the list was that JetBlue premium card. Oh man, that is like the worst card. That is, I mean, I don't know. Do any of you know anybody who has that JetBlue premium card? That thing is awful. I mean, the hotel credits, you have to spend like $250 to get $50. I mean, it's just awful. It's just awful. So I know that Matt, maybe you know somebody, Matt likes JetBlue. So I know he's a JetBlue fan. So maybe somebody has it, but it's just so bad. All right, let's see how many we have in here. We have 56 in here. It's awesome. All right, Hybrid Vortex. Well, let me get Matt first real quick. Matt says, know what company would have been an awesome steward of the cards and needed an annual fee on Bilt cards? Wells Fargo. Yeah. I mean, they had the right partner. They just, it was not profitable for Wells Fargo for so long. Hybrid Vortex says, yeah, that JetBlue card is hard to look at. It's just, I mean, what were they thinking? What were they thinking on that thing? Stinky Monkey Baby, I enjoy your lounge review. Those shrimps sounded tasty. They were really good. If you like coconut shrimp, but without the coconut, basically, they were really, really good. Some of the best food I had was there. Kiki says, if you have 4-hour flight on economy, what's your maximum you'd be willing to pay for premium economy Delta Comfort? Probably $100. I mean, at the most, probably not even that most of the time, because I'm kind of fine flying under 5 hours in economy. That's kind of where I'm at on it. Eat Sleep Points, awful. Yeah, the JetBlue card. Matt says, I need someone to buy the JetBlue back book. Yeah, that would be good. Matt, do you know anybody who has that card? Have you ever met anybody that has it? I mean, I don't know anybody. I've never heard a YouTube video of anybody who has the card reviewing it. YouTube experiment. I don't know. I think the JetBlue business card is an okay card, but I don't have any JetBlue credit cards. Yeah, we're not talking about the business card. We're talking about that premium card they have. Yeah. Eat Sleep Points. I need shrimp. Yeah, it was good shrimp in the One World Lounge. Matt Clausen, JetBlue Biz is decent. I'm waiting for an annual pass to Blue House because the premiere just for Blue House is dumb. Yeah, no doubt. YouTube, I saw the LinkedIn JetBlue is hiring for their credit card division. If anyone's interested and has experience, yeah, maybe some of us YouTubers should apply. Matt, you'd be perfect. Matt needs to apply for that. Matt, I would throw a brick at someone who gets the premiere just for lounge access. Yeah, no kidding. All right, we're almost at 55 minutes. I try to keep these an hour or less. So let me try to get one more and we'll see what we got. Thank you for everybody for being here again. This is also on my tier list. Vanichez says, I'm getting the platinum card, but I will need a Visa MasterCard. My choice to pick from Summit, Palladium, Ritz. Don't know which to go with. Well, not the Ritz. And I just got the Ritz, and I said the reason I like the Ritz, but it is not an earner card. It is not a base card in your wallet. But the Summit and Palladium, now those are both good. I would say if you do a lot of, well, if you're wanting to earn status with Alaska, Summit. But if you do a lot of foreign travel, Summit maybe. But otherwise, I just think that the Palladium is going to beat almost everything as far as earnings go. Okay, new again. Key, high key, 4-hour flight. That's nothing for me. So 0, but I have status with 3 airlines, so I'm get good seats. Though I should count AA, their premium economy sucks. Yeah, I've been on it. It's not great. Matt Clausen rushes to LinkedIn. Matt's applying for a job. There we go. No, I doubt he is. Kiki says, thanks, new again. And Matt says, also, you would soon be able to buy day passes to Blue House with the business and plus cards soon, though $79 a pop. I would not pay $79 to go to any lounge. And I mean, even the Al Safwa lounge, that's the first class lounge for Qatar, which is the best lounge I've ever been in Doha. I still wouldn't pay $79 to go in. That's just me. Eat, sleep, and points, AA premium economy for the win. Main cabin extra, I do appreciate getting those for free at booking as a Platinum Pro. So that's always good. Let's see if we can get one more in. This is also on the luxury tier list. Nick says, Alaska lounges aren't great nationally speaking. Either they don't exist or they're busy. Makes it an A tier for me. I get your point though, pun intended. So I put it in just for that basically. But I had put the Summit card in the S tier along with the Palladium. Those were my only 2 Summit S tier cards. You can go back and watch the video if you want. But he's saying that because the lounges, it gives 8 lounge passes, 2 per quarter per year. So that he's saying their lounges pull it way down, and that seems to make some sense. Okay, Isaac says, would be better idea to have my player 2 apply for the strata and then have her downgrade to the double cash whenever I'm ready to apply. Well, possibly. The problem with the double cash by itself, she might want to downgrade to the premier card because then you get access to the transfer partners at good levels. That's kind of what we've done with Nona and I. So that might be a little better approach. But yeah, you don't have to keep the elite card. And I'm assuming that's the one you're meaning. New again, JetBlue should include 4 free lounge passes, no gas on the business card, no freebies for Plus card though. Okay, that would be a reasonable approach. And Dem, I'll hit over 60K spend on the 3.3X with my Summit this year end and get the 100K certificate, which I get full use out of. That is a cool benefit. That's why I put it at the S tier. One of the reasons. Makes the effective multiplier 4.97, which is great. Not accounting for the 25K certificate that is given. Yep, that's right. All right, we're at 58 minutes and 39 seconds, so I bet it's about time to wrap up. I want to thank everybody for being here. I think the only super chat or channel membership or anything we had tonight, kind of light on all that stuff, was RC, gave $1.99. Thank you, RC. Appreciate that very, very, very much. And I want to show my appreciation to everybody who's here. You're the greatest community. I'm deeply humbled that the channel has impacted people in a positive way, and I get the comments that I do. And I even appreciate the people who call me out and keep me honest. That's very, very, very helpful. And I'm grateful for that. And I try to read those comments and I try to respond in humility. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for all of your support. Don't forget my new tier of channel membership. You can go check that out at the join section on my channel. May work for some, probably won't work for most. I get it, but I just wanted to make it available. I think it'll be fun to have some live Zoom sessions together. Thank you all for being here, and I will see you on Sunday at my next live at my regular live time, 2:30 on Sunday afternoon. See you then. Appreciate every single one of you.